Back in the day when I worked promoting for Chippendales, my boss told me a quote. He said, "How you do something is how you do everything." And that really stuck with me. I feel like I've carried that forward a lot in my life. I've actually had a lot of positive feedback. I was working at a day club this summer. I had a lot of guests notice that I was just hustling. I was working hard, and they appreciated it. I could tell that, even though this isn't the most serious job in the world, you're giving it 110%. And I was like, damn right. And I repeated that quote to them. They're like, I've been saying the same thing. So shout out Mike if you're listening to this. But I found some Bible quotes that I feel very much relate. So I'm gonna go ahead and read those. First one is Colossians 3:23. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. So it's basically saying the same thing. It's just saying, whatever you do, give it your all, and don't do it for someone else. Do it because it's the righteous thing to do. Do it for your spirit, for your soul, and for God, not for a boss or a peer or just a random person or for money. Do it because that will feed your soul more than giving it 50% or 70%. The next one is, I don't know how to pronounce this one, Ecclesiastes, I believe, 9:10 says, whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all your might. For in the realm of the dead, where you are going, there is neither working, nor planning, nor knowledge, nor wisdom. So what I take from this one is, it's basically saying that, after this life is over, you're not going to be able to do these things. So while we're here, it is our duty to give everything we have to everything that we do. Because I think this ties into another quote, not from the Bible, that says to give anything less than your best is to sacrifice the gift. I think those go along the same lines. It's kind of just saying this is a gift, the life that we have, and we should be giving everything we do, all of our effort and all of our being and all of our soul, because that's what it deserves. It doesn't deserve to be given less than that. If you are, then you're throwing away something great. So all of these quotes and sayings, they kind of had me thinking and segueing into this thought of one-itis versus spreading yourself too thin and not really accomplishing anything. It feels like it can be hard to find a good middle ground where you're balancing giving your entirety to one practice or one purpose, but also acknowledging that there are so many other things that you could be doing and not wasting those opportunities. So this all initially started, I remember way back in the day, I was talking with one of my friends, specifically in regards to relationships, and we had this idea that we should not be focusing on one person, because there's so many different people and so many different connections that you could have, that to focus on one person is detrimental to finding these things. Which way am I gonna go? Let's start walking back. Ultimately, I think there's a certain level of reward and satisfaction in finding one thing, or one person in this case, that is important and that you feel there's something real with, and pursuing that with everything that you have, instead of just looking all around, being overwhelmed by the possibilities, because there are infinite possibilities, again, in all regards of life. It's just about which ones matter to you the most and which ones are worth the time and energy to take seriously. So then this translates into the ideas of not just people and relationships, but the work that we do and the time that we spend pursuing our goals. Especially in the world today with the internet, there are just so many different options for things that you could be doing or working on. And I feel like, myself included, I've gotten caught up in this overstimulation of, oh, I want to try this. Oh, I want to try drop shipping. Oh, I want to try a Shopify store. I want to build a brand. I want to yada yada. And it's too much. When in reality, what's going to be a lot more effective is finding that one thing that really speaks to you, that you enjoy doing, that you have passion for, and pursuing that with all of your being. And not just digging a little and working a little at the start, then hopping to something else, but really going down that path and slowly chipping away and making progress until you have something of value and you get to a place where you truly have knowledge and skill in the realm that you've been practicing. I also feel like something I think about a lot is a lot of people, I think, want to be something, but they hold themselves back because they feel like they can't be that thing now, that they have to become it, which is true. You have to become and work towards being the person that you want to be, but you should be acting as if you already are that person. An example that I would give is, if you're working a job and you want a promotion, you want to become a manager, take on more responsibility, you don't continue to just act as an employee. You need to start acting as if you are a manager. Start making the choice to take on that responsibility. Behave as if you already have the position, and then that will be noticed. And you will move towards that position much faster than if you were to sit back and just kind of do your work and excel at your work, but not take an initiative to do more. Same goes for relationships. If you're in a talking stage with someone and your end goal is to be in a relationship with them, you should be behaving as if you're already in a relationship. You should be treating them like they already are your partner. You need to embody what you want to become. Because if not, then you're holding yourself back. This also ties into self-limiting beliefs and the restrictions on our mind that can be imposed by others around us, and just through the conditioning that's happened to us from the time that we're born. We're often held back mentally as to what we think is possible and what we think we can do. And I think that more often than not, the frame that's been placed in our mind keeps us from getting to the places that we want to go more than reality often does. We're capable of much more than we realize. And it's just those thoughts and that conditioning that stops us from living the life that we want to live. If you believe in yourself and act as if you are the person that you want to become and take action to continue to fulfill that destiny, then there's nothing stopping you. I think it's more rare to see somebody that wants something with all of their heart and applies themselves day in and day out, not get what they want or not get to the place that they want to be, than it is to see somebody doing all that and succeed. It's more rare to see them fail than succeed if that is truly what they are giving. So I know this was a bit of a different video today. Just kind of wanted to talk to the camera, see what came out. If you enjoyed this type of content, let me know in the comments. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I have big plans, and this is part of those plans. I also got a lot of ideas, so lots of videos on the way. But hope you enjoyed. Until the next one, catch you later.